What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm SubSyde, and today I'm doing a video on automatic wool farms on Minecraft. Now, I built my automatic wool collection system recently, and I'm missing a sheep. And what I've noticed is I've built it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. I've got all these blocks with redstone on top surrounding the entire build, which doesn't need to be there. So I was just messing around with some builds up on my creative world just to see if I can make it a little bit neater. One of the other guys on this server has made a slightly different design, and whilst I was trying to copy that design, I figured I can do it a little bit neater again. So let's head over to the creative world and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I wanted to redesign the wool collection system. I wanted to redesign this whole thing. Now this is the one I have over on my Minecraft realm. The collection system stays the same on all of them. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You got a hopper, minecart hopper with a rail below the dirt that the sheep is standing on. Now the wool gets harvested, it goes down into this chest. So that part is pretty straightforward. Now it's this part I wanted to work on. So at the moment, as you can see, I've got an observer pointing at this block of dirt that the sheep is standing on. When the sheep eats the dirt, he grows back his wool. So when that block changes, it sends a signal from the observer to this block to this redstone to this dispenser, which has some shears in it, which then shears the sheep. The wool goes down and gets collected, and then we just wait for the grass to grow back and then the sheep to eat it again. So then I thought about this design, which is what another member of the realm uses. How this works is this observer at the bottom detects when the dirt changes, which sends a signal to this observer, which then powers this block, which knocks this torch off for one tick. And when the torch comes back on, activates this dispenser, which shears the sheep. But then I thought maybe that's a little bit more complicated than the one I was using. And the idea was I wanted to make it less complicated and easier to build. And that was really straightforward and really, really easy. All we had to do was take this idea and replace this block with this dispenser. So you've got the observer at the bottom, which observes this block of dirt here. When that changes, sends a signal to this observer, which then sends a signal straight to the dispenser, which shears the sheep. Now my only problem was building this. I didn't know if the dispenser being one block above the sheep would miss the sheep entirely when trying to shear it, but as far as I can see, it's all working. I mean, I did have two sheep in here, I had to kill one, but it's working fine, and it's a lot more compact. It fits in a 3x3 area. So today I'm going to show you how to build this. So the items you're going to need are one hopper, one rail, one chest, one minecart with hopper, two observers, only a couple of building blocks. You need a sheep, one dispenser, 7 glass, 8 grass blocks, and a couple of shears. One will do, but if you want to not be restocking it constantly, chuck a couple more shears in. But yeah, that's all you need for the build. So let's get started. So first you're going to want to grab your hopper, rail, chest, minecart and hopper, and some building blocks. And first we're going to place down our chest. So we're going to place it here and place a hopper going into the back. Crouch and place your rail on top of your hopper, and then place your minecart with hopper. Grab a couple of building blocks and we're going to place this around just so that minecart doesn't slip off, like so. Grab your grass blocks and we're going to place one on each of these building blocks with one in the middle. And then what you can do then is just build this around. Now I've said 8 and not 9 because we need to get rid of this one at the back, and that's where one of our observers are going to go. So have this pointing into the grass, so you've got this red dot at the back. Then come above and place one going into the top. Come around to the front of the farm where the chest is, and we're going to grab our dispenser and place that on top of your observer with the hole facing the front. Next you want to grab your glass blocks and you want to place 2 on each side of the middle grass block, like so, and this is where the sheep is going to be. So next step now is to get a sheep in here. Now the easiest way to do this, I'd recommend, is building a sort of L shape around the top, like so. Maybe put a block here as well, and then we're going to build some stairs coming all the way down, which we can lead a sheep up to. find yourself a sheep, and we're going to use wheat, if he follows me, get him to follow you, and then we're just going to take him up the stairs. And he should follow you all the way up. You want to jump up onto this L you've made, bring him as close as you can without him jumping up, and then just come around, give him a little nudge in. You can get rid of your stairs now, you're not going to need that anymore. So the next thing we need to do now is just put some shears in the dispenser, so I'm going to just pop 3 in. You can just put the 1 in, it's up to you. And then to start it all off, all you need to do is just shear the first load of wool off the sheep. And this was completely automatic, so you can have this running in the background. And lastly, you might want to add another block to the top, just in case any mobs do manage to get in there. Make sure it's well lit, or like my world, I've had a couple of zombies spawn in there with the sheep. So make sure it's all lit nice and well. You don't have to use these, you can use torches or whatever you want. But make sure it's all lit up, otherwise you're going to have some mobs spawning in there, killing your sheep. So that's it guys, I hope you found that easy to follow. And hopefully you've got a much more sleeker automatic wool collection in your worlds now. If so, leave a comment, let me know how you found it, like the video and consider subscribing. We just passed 3,000 subscribers, which is insane. I can't thank you all enough, and I do appreciate it. So hopefully, if you have subscribed, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.